This is 37th Street Radio and TV, and of course, we are out here hooking you up with the best of the best interviews. And today we have another special guest. So, guest, please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Sandra Nafula. I'm a student at the University of Nairobi, pursuing international studies and diplomacy. I'm also an environmental activist. I have my own project called TAWI Project that aims at empowering or influencing the young generation about environmental protection. And this month being the month of mental health awareness, we as TAWI have decided to merge nature and mental health. Yes. I also love cooking. Yes.
Yes, so we want to talk a little bit about fashion modeling, because I've also noticed that you are you really love fashion modeling. So I just want to know, like, where did your journey in modeling start?
Okay. Yes, I'm also a fashion model and a fashion enthusiast. I believe I don't know why I forgot to say that, but I'm also that. And my journey in modeling began in high school, not even in high school, in primary school. In primary school, I used to participate in this modeling, this fashion show stuff. And I always used to emerge as the best in primary school. The teachers were like, wow, Sandra. So it was a passion from childhood, because I think it's because also of the things I used to watch, because I used to watch American Next Top Model and those TV shows. And from primary school, so I went to high school. And also high school, I did so well. The teachers loved me. Then when I came out to now the real world, I was like, here, it's not easy. It's not easy, but I'm still on that journey. And with modeling, it needs a lot of consistency, a lot of dedication, because it's not easy as compared to when I was in high school or primary school. Yes.
You started while you were in primary and even in high school. So I want to know, there are some things that guys practice when they are kids and they never get to manifest in their adulthood. But for you, you decided now to do this professionally. So what really made you have the courage to say that I've been doing this, but I now want to do it professionally and see where it can take me?
Okay, I believe everything triggers to passion and dedication. Because, okay, you can say it did not, I can't say, I can't, okay, if someone says it did not manifest itself when they're an adult, it means that that passion actually ended. You see, but if you have that passion and dedication inside you, when you are a kid, also when you grow up, you will continue doing it because that's what you actually love doing. Yes.
Did you start participating in pageantry, or how did it exactly start?
Okay. When I finished high school in 2017. Then, okay, 2018. That's why you sit at home, you relax. Then I joined the University of Nairobi in 2019. So I was like, I saw a certain post. I wanted to do modeling, but I didn't know how I can actually start modeling. So I saw a certain post um, of someone who was advertising a certain pageant. So I was like, why not? Why should I not try? And that was my actually my first ever audition of modeling. I was like, let me just go with my experience from high school, because in auditions you meet people who have been in that field for a while. So I was like, let me just go. And that was my first pageant. And I was okay. Auditions are really tough. It was like the toughest audition that I ever had. But I thank God I proceeded to become a finalist. And in that beauty pageant, that first beauty pageant, it was like, let me just see it as a learning experience, because there was just something new that I I was learning, you see. Yeah.
And then, you know, for us, some of these pageants, we usually, after maybe somebody has won, we start hearing complaints that maybe it was not fair and this and that and this and that. So in your experience in participating in this pageantry, like, did you notice some of those things? How was it? How was the experience for you?
Okay. In my first pageant, I was, as I said, I was so green. So after the me, I wasn't there to win. I was like, let me just see the people who win. Then my friend came and told me, Sandra, do you know I was the one who's supposed to win? I was like, girl, is it true? So it was like this other chick was given the crown because uh of uh, of the connections, or she looked like a person who could have bring more money to the organization. So those are the things that are actually in pageantry. They look at, oh, can this chick actually bring money? Does she have connection? Does this it's just a lot of things depending on the organization. But even though it was some organizations are like that, there are still other organizations that are actually doing a good job, and they're actually putting a fair competition. Also, there's this thing of, okay, give me give me something. Can you like sleep with me so that I can crown you? There's such things in this industry, but you just have to have integrity and know how where you're going. Because if you start sleeping with people from your first pageantry, when you're in pageantry number 10, you are just a mess. You see, yeah.
Many models are usually maybe signed to an agency. So for you, like, do you do it independently, or are you also signed to an agency?
Okay. Eh, so this agency stuff, I can say is I was signed in one agency, but uh, it was just, I can say, I saw that person as being not trustworthy. Then a lot of advances that I don't actually like from now the director of the agency. And also when I was in that agency, it was like, oh, you go to maybe participate in another pageant in in Asia. It was in Asia because that person was owning a lot of pageants, franchise. You get, franchise. They are owning a lot of franchise. So they were like, okay, Sandy, if you want to go, you are suited to go to this pageant. You can really do well. So he was like, I was like, he was like, also you have to bring money. Money is very essential in pageants because like I think Miss World Kenya is where at least Miss Universe, Miss World is where at least you're being sponsored by the organization because they have made a name of them. They have actually made a name, and they have actually attracted investors in the organization. But if you get like an upcoming organization, you as the winner, you will end up even financing yourself because they don't have money. They actually don't have money, you see, because investors are not coming. So with being signed that agency, I was like, this agency, the director is making advances at me. I don't want to compromise myself. He's 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 doing monkey business. I was like, no, I don't want to be here. Yes. And
You
also
have a
okay, I'm also, I can say I'm also signed to another agency, but but it's really nice. It's really nice. But I don't know why when I'm offered a job, my schedule is always conflicting because as I told you, I do so many. Yeah.
you have experience working with these agencies. So of course there are disadvantages and maybe there are advantages. So you can talk about maybe the benefits a model can get when they are working with these agencies, if it's a good agency.
Okay, the benefit a model can get when they are working in an agency is you get jobs. But also some agent, you can be in an agency, but you're not getting any jobs. But the good thing, you can get jobs easily. that person or that director can actually, or that agent can actually look for a job for you. And when you get a job, it means you're getting money. And money is very essential because you cannot do a job without being paid. The other thing is when you're not in that, like that agency, you are able to get connections. Yeah, because you're meeting so many people. This person or this director is introducing you to so many people. You get to have connection and connect. And when you connect, you can be called to other jobs that aren't even involving that agency. And when you get jobs, that's a win for you again. But now disadvantages of being in an agency is that okay, there are things called contracts. You get some agency you can sign contract, you can you can sign contracts that aren't in your favor. You get, because also this agency they remove a certain amount of money when you get a job. You get, so that contract may not be in favor of you and it might limit you from doing other things that you want to do. You get, yes.
But generally, can you, from when you started till now, if you just look back, can you say that the industry has grown, and or you personally, have you grown from the way you started till now?
uh, I will say that for first of all, for the industry, it has really grown. By the way, it has really grown because in the past, you could see our parents will not allow you to participate in pageants because they will say, "This is actually a waste of time. This is actually a waste of time. You could be studying, but you're here wasting your time participating in pageants." But in this 21st century, we are seeing parents are being more open to pageants. Even parents are bringing their children on board to auditions. You see, so that shows an actual growth in this industry because we are involving our parents and they're actually accepting this beauty pageants stuff. And for me as a person, I have actually grown because I'm not the same when I was from high school till now. Because now I have more connections. Now I now I have more connections. Now I have more knowledge about the industry. I cannot be naive. So I think those are the things that have made me actually to grow. Also with beauty pageants, through beauty pageants, I've been able to perfect my public speaking because you have to answer these questions. It's not about always about beauty. It's not always about showcasing passion, but it's also about what you have, the substance that you have in your mind. Yes.
Another thing is for guys who want to pursue this like professionally, can you comfortably say that someone can pay their bills just by being a fashion model?
Okay. When it comes to paying bills, I can say from my experience is that modeling it comes with seasons. You can stay even up to 3 months without even getting a job. You get, without even getting a job. You can stay up to 3 months without even getting a job, meaning you're not paying your bills. You get, but when you become a model, you have now to build a brand so that you can become a brand. Because you have different people who are actually a brand, like Fit Kialo. These are people who are a brand, so they will be able to get like they will be able to collaborate with other people and also collaborate with other companies that will be able to actually pay them. So as a model, make sure you establish yourself as a brand if you want to pay your bills. Because in the US, in the Milan, in those cases in Europe, you can prepare your bills as a model. But here in Kenya, we are still growing, and also we need organizations, government to support this agenda of ours for us to actually make it worthy for us to earn a living from it. Yes.
As a model, guys usually really pay attention to your fashion. So for you, I just want to know maybe who is your style icon?
Okay. uh, that got me off guard, but my style icon, I will say I have so many. Uh, Let me start internationally. I have, he actually died. He was called Karl Lagerfeld. He was really a good designer, and I believe his brand still lives. And there's this other lady called Iris Van Happen. She's very famous, and during the Met Gala, in this red carpet, so many celebrities actually wear her gowns. Yes, and locally, we have so many beautiful women who know how to showcase fashion. And Jackie Vicky, Awinja from Papa Strangler, she really knows what she's doing. If she decides to turn up for an event, yeah, she can really do a good job.
Have you got any chance to work with these brands or corporates?
Okay, I've been able to work with brands uh, through, and I believe through Instagram, yes, because I've worked with hair stylists, Crown by Ronnie, makeup artists, Lush by Kiki, Nasha Faces. I've also worked with brands, hair brands, Noni Essentials, and also, yeah, I believe, yeah, I know. I was also an extra in, is it a task advert? The recent task advert, yes, yeah. I think those are the ones that are at the top of my head. Yeah.
You, apart from fashion, of course, you do a lot of things, and you had said that you are in the University of Nairobi, so you can just talk about other things that you are doing, and we can also talk about the TAWI project that you're also running.
Okay, thank you. I will say, as I said earlier, I'm in the University of Nairobi. I'm actually a fourth year. I am to graduate this year, and I'm doing international studies and diplomacy. It's about foreign affairs, how actors interact with other actors. So we are the people who actually uh, are expert in this matter of Ukraine-Russia war. And yeah, that's what we actually do. We are like ambassadors. We actually have to maintain a good relationship with all the countries in the world. Yes. And in regards to my TAWI project, it's an environmental project as I said earlier. And so far we have done um, environmental awareness in schools, and also through social media, through my Instagram lives. And these things are very impactful, as I say. I think people, I don't know if Kenyans are starting to warm up to Instagram lives, because I follow some people like Chinese Kiki and Trikibe. I've also seen when he actually starts a live, so many people actually join. So uh, I will say, if someone starts investing in their Instagram live, they can really make an impactful thing in the society. Yes.
So I also, as we are finishing up, I just want you to talk about maybe your future projects. If you have maybe a major project that you're doing this year, you can talk to us about that, or maybe something that is in the pipeline, you can talk about that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the project that I actually have, I'm working on right now. As I said earlier, we are in the month of mental health awareness, and I just want to create awareness, because this is something that actually affects each and every person, whether you are a teacher, a doctor, a student, you are at risk of actually having a mental issue. You get. And with the death of Chelsea, she was Miss USA. She was actually Miss USA, and she had when her life was, how she portrayed her life on social media, it was like it was perfect, because she was a lawyer, she was a fashion enthusiast, she was Miss USA, she had like, she was a correspondent, an Emmy correspondent, and she had like, you could see she had everything, but you would not have known that she's actually suffering from depression, high level depression. So I really want to create awareness about mental health issues, especially in this pageant industry, because right now I'm actually participating in a pageant and it's not easy. Mentally, it's not easy because I was just sleeping. I woke up at 11 and I was sleeping because I also want rest for myself. You see, someone can say that, oh, you are lazy, you're waking up at 11, but you have to actually rest. You have to actually rest, and rest starts with the mind. Rest your mind. Yes, I believe that's all for now. Yes.
For guys who are starting out, maybe can you just, for youths who are trying to just do something for themselves, you can also talk to them.
Okay. For those who want to actually start, I'll just tell them to start. Go for auditions, because through auditions you get to interact, and when you interact, that is now you're building your connections. As in with connections, so those people who you have actually connected with, you'll uh, get to also know other jobs that are actually available. You get, so they should put themselves out there and also build their social media. I'm not that kind of a person who likes posting a lot. I've started posting a lot like this year, but social media for a model is really a big deal. Build yourself as a brand, and you'll be attracting each and every corporate organizations. Yeah, they will just want to work with you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for this time. I'm very grateful.
So thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure too.